to do my pretty hair. All right. I'm telling you, it is difficult to get this garage ready with one arm. It is a mess. I need to organize it, and I have basically been dragging one pile of crap from one side to the other, depending on what I'm doing. So I do apologize for the delay. Yeah, it's as good as it's getting. I like to put a little gel in there, make me purty. All right, how's everybody doing this Saturday? I obviously have had bicep surgery, so I'm kind of limited as to what kind of training I can do. So I've been on a mission to try to figure out how I can maintain most of my strength while I'm rehabbing this. And it's been interesting. I got to be honest with you. So, nobody's in the chat yet. Got 3 people online. I will get started with some warm-ups. I got a 2.5-pound weight and a 10-pound weight. That's about all I can do. I'm just gonna do some shoulder raises. Try to get them shoulders pumped up. We got Smart Gamer, as he's supposed to be. I don't know why. I didn't give Middle East his moderating privileges back. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. What's up, Ian? Where have you been, brother? I've seen you pop in here and there. I was watching some earlier videos. Middle East, I banned him from my channel. I'm not going to ban him, but I'm not going to put up with him. When I went and looked at the list of people that had gotten hidden from my channel, I was shocked to find out it was a whole bunch of people that I normally like to talk to. And I can't believe that he would have the audacity to just start banning people. I didn't even know he had the authority to do that. So unfortunately, it was. I think I told you guys when I first started the channel, I didn't really know that it was going to take off. And that first video that went viral had 84,000 views, and I was overwhelmed. I couldn't fucking believe what was happening. You know, I got used to talking to the same people on a daily basis, and it was, same 10 people here and there, and they're like, what's up, bro? And then that first video, I started getting all these weird comments, and I'm like, oh. At first, I thought it was the usual, 25 people, and I was like, you guys are kind of acting weird today. And then it was just one after another, and they started getting really vicious. I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. So I just asked anybody, hey, anybody want to be a moderator? And I think, Ian, you were there for that. I think I made you one. I think I made him one. Bobby was in the chat. Just whoever wanted, and it worked. They helped me out. They helped me get through that. And then for that first month, I was getting incredible views. I got 400,000 views that first month. So those moderators got grandfathered in. I didn't really think about what that would entail, what that means, what power they have. And some of those guys really just took it way past anything. I told you guys, I don't care. I'm an advocate for freedom of speech. So I don't give a shit what people say to me. All I wanted was to block the spammers, block anything racist, or block anything that would go against YouTube. That's it. Anything else is fair game. And they were just blocking everything. I couldn't even make funny comments. People were like making fun of my shorts or, whatever I'm wearing. And they were blocking all that stuff. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, so I'm on my, fourth week of rehab. And I still can't put any I cannot do resistance training to the bicep, but with this brace on, as long as I'm locked in, I can move the shoulder. The only problem is to hold weights. It does. I use the forearm muscles, and I can pronate. I can't supinate. So any pressure that would activate the bicep, I'm not allowed to. You got to be careful. Like, so if I grip something and I just turn it like this, that'll move the biceps. So if you look at look at how it, you can kind of see, in supination, the way the muscles are and they attach to the radius bone, that also pulls it. So you got to be really, really careful. You don't want to put any pressure on that tendon right there. Supinate. Ooh, see how it moves up and down? So when I supinate, I have to use my hand and just turn it. I'm not allowed to do it using muscular control. I can pronate all I want. Pronation's fine, because you see how the muscle moves down when you pronate. Isn't that cool? I'm like an anatomy class. Supinate, pronate, supinate, pronate. It's like when you've got your do 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 do. Power trippers, yes. What did you do to your arm, big guy? Brandon, I had my thumb up my butt in the shower and I was really getting in there and I slipped. No, I was deadlifting. You know, after 10 years of doing mixed grip deadlifting, no problems. I've gone up to close to 700 pounds, no issues. I was doing 635 pounds getting my opener for competition, and it just popped right off the bone. Gym is good. Hell, we got Yusuf. What's up, man? We got J204. Just got back from the gym. 1.5 hours of doing leg. Squat at 230. What do you do for leg day? That seems like a lot of volume for legs. Drinking my protein shake now. What's your first name? Charlie. Carlito. Charles. Chuckles. Chuck. Carlos? Let's see what else. Chaz. That's all I can think of. Chucky. Brandon Carlisle. Stay away from those. It's gonna hurt you. No, I'm gonna get right back into deadlifting. As soon as they tell me I can train, I'm gonna just start doing hooked grip. I think hooked grip is better. It's just really hard to cultivate the callus on your thumb. The other day I was doing one arm deadlifts using a hook grip, and I got a blister. Look at that. Just from pulling 225 pounds with one arm. So doing hook grip is going to be a challenge for a couple of weeks. It's really hard to it sucks, man. It's really painful. But once you do have those calluses, it's not a problem. You can lock that sucker in there. A lot of Olympic lifters use hook grip, so I don't know. Is it impossible for you to do any work on triceps? Yes, I'm going to show you. Ready? You're going to love this. Where did my band go? This garage is a mess. What do I do with it? Son of a bee. I really need to clean the garage, but with one arm it's not impossible. What did I do with my band? Come on, man. What did I do with it? Why would I put it away? That would make too much sense. Found my slingshot. There we go. All right. So, to work triceps, we'll call this the David Carradine press. God damn it. put this around your neck. Like where this is going? Then you grab it. Now I have to keep my hand neutral, but I can press down, and well, I got to take the brace off. Actually, you know what? I'll do my physical therapy for my biceps so you guys can just see. I have to do it today, so might as well. Surface is... Oh, I thought you called me a goofball. Well, I am. Why don't you just use straps and or gloves? For what? Why would I use gloves? Oh, for deadlifting. For training, yes. But you're not allowed to use straps when you compete. So you got to have the grip strength. You have to cultivate that. And it's just one of those things where the only way to cultivate grip strength is to hold heavy shit. Cephas will tell you. You guys all know Cephas. He's, in my opinion, he's the #1 YouTube powerlifter I've seen online so far, pound for pound. Considering the progress that he's made since he started competing, I have not seen anybody make the amount of progress that Cephas has made, and I can't state enough how amazed I am at him. I put him up there with like the best of the best. Of course he's natty, ain't no 50-year-old looking that ripped. I would be offended if you said I was natural. Let's see. I think you're croaked for a second there. Let's see. Even with good form, it can hurt you. A lot of people get hurt even with proper form, Brandon. Yeah, so, it's kind of one of those things with when you talk about risk. Are you adverse to risk, or are you willing to take risks? Are you one of those guys that enjoys jumping out of planes, parachuting, or snowboarding, mountain climbing? Pick a sport. There's risk. We like to go rock climbing. Well, you can fall off a fucking mountain and die. I'm not big at jumping out of planes, but my wife likes to do what do you call it? Parachuting? I don't know. She likes to jump out of planes. There's risk in everything, so you can't let risk hold you back from doing the things you love or achieving the things you want to achieve. But what you do want to do is try to minimize the risk so that it's a tolerable level. I'm not trying to intentionally hurt myself. So obviously you want to practice good form, and if there's issues, you want to try to correct it. Now, one of the disadvantages of training alone, which I've been doing for some time now, is when we pick up bad habits, there's no one there to correct you. When we'd go to the gym and we'd all train together, if some guy was bending over the bar too much, or he was pulling with his arms or whatever, you just say, hey bro, you need to straighten your arms out. Well, I started, I guess I picked up the habit of curling the bar a little bit, and I was not aware of this. I went back and watched my videos, and for the most part I kept my arms pretty straight and locked out. But there was a couple of heavy lifts where I started hitching a little bit, and that's all it takes. This tendon, the bicep, is not a large muscle, and it is not designed to be shock loaded with 700 pounds. So unfortunately, even though I've been doing the same lift, the same form for 10 years, it was just an accident waiting to happen. And there was no warning. I didn't have any tendon pain. It just popped off the bone. Farmers holds and walks can help with grip. So one of the things I do for grip strength is I do all of my pulling movements without my thumbs, up until I can't hold whatever I'm lifting. And then once you get to that weight, then go ahead and lock in and finish your sets out. But I do pull-ups without thumbs. I do rows without thumbs. I'll do my warm-ups for deadlifts without using my thumbs, and that really that'll build your forearms up, because that's all those muscles right there. And most of your grip strength is in your fingers, and the thumb obviously locks your hand in, but this is where the majority of your strength for holding is going to be. Okay. What's the arm sleeve for? Well, when I'm wearing my brace, this thing, it gets a little uncomfortable. So what I've done is I've just taken a sock and cut it, and all it does is provide me with a little bit of cushioning, so when I wear this, it doesn't start irritating me too much. Now, this is my physical therapy routine for this bicep. I'll show you guys the scar. It's not very exciting. You guys can see, this is where they insert the tools. They cut this open and they pull this tendon down and attach it to the radius. Now it's still kind of balled up, but it's attached. So I'm not allowed to put any pressure on the biceps, so it's starting to atrophy. Now, when I get to about week 6, we'll start working out with small weights and it'll stretch that muscle out. So you can see the difference. Now I'm not flexing this one, obviously. So my physical therapy routine is I want to push the arm up as far as it'll go. And for contrast, this is, you want to get that range of motion. And I'm going to try to open it up till right about there. And we're just going to push it up. I'm not going to contract the muscle at all. I'm just going to use this hand to push it. Now I can push down, push it up, push it down. Oh man, that fucking hurts. Neutral is the most comfortable. So I know this looks stupid. It's like, if you're just new to the channel, you're like, what the hell is this idiot doing? Oh. Now, you are asking, how can you work your triceps out? Well, put this band around my neck, and I can use all the tricep strength I want. And then the band moves the arm back up for me so I don't have to use the bicep. It's not much, but it's something. I can just do this until the it's, wait, you do what you can, right? And I'll do this to failure until the arm starts burning, because I don't want to take a chance of damaging that bicep. I'm not extending the arm all the way. I'm going to about 120 degrees. And every week I'm supposed to extend the arm a little bit farther. So by week 6, I should be, my arm should be totally straight. Now I'm using peptides. I'm using BPC 157 and TB 500. Let me see. We got Squirt King. What's up? J Slice, what's going on? FSU is legendary. Deion Sanders. Oh, is he coaching? Do you put in the weight you're supposed to by height and weight or obese weight? What the? Oscar, I don't know what the hell you're asking me. And it's all caps too. Yo, I'm fat as shit. Should I keep eating and hope I change or what? You do you, Squirty. So what do you think of John Meadows? John Meadows is my favorite bodybuilder of all time, and it sucks that he died. Why is the bag behind you moving? I don't know. Jay says LMFAO Squirt King. Evening again. Hope you're good today. The body beatdown. Yeah, I'm doing all right. My wife wants to work on our living room. We got to move some furniture around, some fish tanks. So I told her while she's taking a nap, I'd get online. So that's all I'm going to do for the tricep. That's good enough. And then to finish this, all I got to do is pronate or supinate. You want to try it. For contrast, this is about what I can get with this hand. Just want to go till it hurts there, and then I can pronate it myself. And it's real basic. This sucks. I fucking hate it. It's just it's so uncomfortable. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like it's not pain. It feels like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. For what is this? I mean, do you get more functional strength in wrestling moves when you're on the ground for that? I don't know what you mean, Brian. But what's up? Let's see. Oscar stop doing all caps. It's 1 pound of protein no matter what body weight. Smart gamer. And stop having a stroke. You and John Meadows are my favorite bodybuilders to watch. J204. Thanks, Jay. Um, I got a lot of my training from John Meadows. Him and Dave Tate, Elite FTS.
Keep going, it's okay.
What are you wearing? That's adorable. Where'd you get that?
I'm in the rainbow. I don't know. You can go ahead and keep going.
Oh, I have your permission?
Yeah, I just want to annoy you.
Oh, hey, watch that, sweetie. Just because my arm's on this thing.
Oh.
I'm doing my physical therapy. All right, I think that's enough of that.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. She misses being online. We haven't trained together in a while. God, putting this thing back on. Fuck. This is just a sock I cut. All right, so now we get her locked back in. God damn. This thing is like so relieving to put on. It's annoying to wear, but I feel safe. When I'm training, I try to get it really tight. Just really locks the arm in. Uh-oh. Here we go. Just above the bicep, push it down. There we go. Now I can finish doing my shoulder movement. I'm just warming up here. Get the pump, do it, yeah. Pump, do it. All right. Oscar says, was trying to figure out macros for an obese person. Is it a different formula from normal weight person? Think of it like this. Nobody can break the laws of thermodynamics. So you can't create matter from nothing. And so essentially, like, it's all about calories in, calories out. You have to be in a caloric deficit. Macros don't really matter. I mean, they do, but like, for a simplification, you need to find out how many calories you're taking in every day. I don't know if you write down everything you eat for a couple days, figure out, what your daily intake of food is, and then start eliminating things to put yourself in a slight caloric deficit. That way you're not on some sort of crash diet. And then over time, if you ramp up your physical activity, you're going to start losing weight. It's really simple. People really overcomplicate the shit out of dieting. Double A says, hey, bud, hope the recovery's going well. Yeah, she's my daughter. So how tall am I barefoot? I'm exactly 5'9" and 1/4 inch. The body beatdown. She's missing the daddy training. Yeah. What happened to your arm? I had bicep surgery. Can I be a mod? I used to be a mod at this channel. I'm trusted. Chads will be dads. Maybe. I'll think about it. What do you want to be a moderator for? You are here as he was training, used bad form, caused injury, sucks. Glad you're here, Double A, to let everybody know. My favorite thing to work out shoulders. The Viltrumite returns. Stand ready for my arrival form. Something about me really bothers Double A. I dig it. So he gets on here and he says the same thing every time. It's like he wants everyone to acknowledge that he told me I was using bad form in my deadlifts and I got hurt. And it's almost like he's searching for vindication. You know, he's like, I told you so. It makes me wonder though, like what double they talk to me? What's going on? Like where does that need to be vindicated come from? You know what I mean? Like what about me bothers you to where you feel that you need to constantly remind everybody that I had an accident because my form had broken down? I'm just wondering. Because you know what's going to happen is I'm going to rehab this and I'm going to get right back into it and I'm going to break those national records. And, you know, it's not the first injury I've had. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's a hater. It's kind of weird because I mean, it's just, I wonder what his motivations are. You know, I like to try to figure out what makes people tick. Who says that? His name is Double A. Your old work buddy Tony. Oh shit! What's up, Tony? From Raymond, right? Or no, not Raymond. What? God damn it! I can't think of the names. You have perfect form and still get hurt. You can have perfect form and still get hurt. Yes, but you know, usually your body's gonna tell you when you need to back off or change. And in this case, I didn't really have any warning. And that just comes down to the engineering of the human body. Which when you shock load certain things, they're just not designed to handle that much force. You like Ryan Garcia or not? I find Ryan Garcia entertaining. He hates his life about it, the body beatdown. I mean, I hope that's not true. I just wonder sometimes, you know, because like that's all he's ever commented on is like the fact that I had bad form. And I watched the video. I have the video of me hurting my bicep. You can send my shorts. You can just go watch it. It's really not. My form's actually pretty good. How did you do the tear? Surgery go all right? Surgery went really well. But deadlifting, popped the bicep off the bone. Yeah, indeed, absolutely. Julian, what's up, man? Not much. I don't know what I'm gonna get into today. I just thought I would. I don't know, man. I'm close to 8,000 subscribers, so I'm gonna roll out memberships here probably tonight or tomorrow. And I'm gonna be offering a couple different tiers, really inexpensive things like private streaming for members only. I'm gonna start a Discord for the higher levels of membership. I'm gonna offer like video consultations and the option of joining a powerlifting team that's going to be registered with the IPL. I haven't figured out all the details yet. That's why I haven't rolled it out. As most of you guys that follow me know, I used to be a professional illustrator, so I'm going to be designing some T-shirts. It's going to be 100% my all homemade designs. The only problem is I don't know what to design. The one thing I can't stand is when you go to the gym and you got a guy that's got a shirt on that's like boost mode. I'm like, whoa, boost mode. Or like I saw this one guy, he had a shirt on that said, my warm-ups are more than your workout or something like that. And I was like, I mean, just stuff where it's like, I don't know. I can't wear that shit. You know, it's like, oh, did you know I lift weights? I'm like, no, I had no idea. Like, I want something that's like cool, you know? Like something to do with like Space Marines or I don't know, like Dragon Ball or some cool shit. It's okay when you're rehabbing to use different weights for each shoulder. It won't affect symmetry. Oh yeah, absolutely, it will affect symmetry. You're here zero. But here's the thing. You got to do what you can. You know what I mean? Like once you get to the point where you can start training again, all this will balance out in a couple months, you know. So in the meantime, it's all about making sure you don't lose. You try to maintain as much functionality as possible. How far along are you into your rehab? 4 weeks, so not very far. Double A, not that day perhaps, but leading up to it most certainly. I don't know. Double A, here again, I'm going to ask you a very direct question, and I want you to answer it. What is your point? Okay? I want you to state your reasoning for your comments. What is your point? What is your underlying motivation? What is it that you're looking for? What vindication are you trying to get out of me? Please state that. I just want to know. I want to know what your motivation for the posts that you've been inundating me with are. You know, what do you want? That's simple. Answer that question. 8K, nice, like you've doubled in the last year. Yeah, man, I'm just slowly and steadily going up. I guess people they like it when I go on. Everyone tells me that I'm funny when I start ranting. I don't know. I don't see it. Get Pediasure when you go grocery shopping. Man, you are really on that Pediasure thing. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I already bought some. Do I live in Vegas? Hell yeah, I do. But even here in Connecticut, we got Angry Vet 42. What's up? I overheard a girl speaking in Portuguese about some kids next to me using the Smith machine. She was waiting for them to finish up, and like she said, these kids are so weak, it's annoying. Are you Wes Watson, Rudy? Obviously. Yeah. What about me is remotely similar to Wes Watson? They were weak doing 85 pounds on the Smith machine for squats. What? Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not one of those guys that judges people by the amount of weight they lift. But a guy like Wes Watson, who talks so much shit, I would be making fun of him nonstop because he's weak as fuck. Double A, mentioned it 3 times. I won't again. So here's the deal, Double A. If you don't answer my question, I'm going to ban you. How's that? I've seen a guy with because here's the thing. I don't abide people like you that are passive aggressive. Well, no, I do actually, because that's mostly YouTube. But you've come around enough times and you've said the same thing enough times where it's like, okay, dude, what's your issue? Just talk to me. If you can't be direct, you can't be man enough to do that, I'm just gonna ban you. You know what I mean? Like I'm calling you out as a man. I've seen a guy with a t-shirt in the gym said fear is scared of me. Matt Schubert, good live chat. Just subscribe. Thanks, Matt. You want me to show you the Pediasure? You want me to go in the fridge and pull out beverages? What's up, Matthew? I can lift 360 pounds. That's because I weigh 360 pounds. Oh, dad joke. Did you used to watch the Del Rey Misfits? Hell yeah, I did. Are you juiced? Right now, no. Ever since I had surgery, I've gotten off everything. I'm not going to stay that way, obviously, but I'm at a crossroads where I have a couple directions I could take my training. I wanted to take like 3 months and just do Muay Thai training, but I also want to maintain my strength. So lifting's going to be part of that calculus. Or I could start rehabbing this and dive back into powerlifting so that I can compete in September and break those records. Or I could, there's a few directions I can go in. And I don't know if I just want to go back on doctor prescribed HRT, or I don't know. I'm kind of waiting to see what my blood work looks like, and we're just right now technically I'm natural. Technically. What do you think of Sean Strickland? I love Sean Strickland. He talks shit. I don't care about his opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody has their opinions. And he's right. I mean, like, what am I gonna do if I got in a ring with him? He'd beat the shit out of me. I don't know though. I don't think he could. Some of the training we do, I don't think he could. Maybe he could. I mean, you'd have to have insane cardio. Yeah, I mean, he would probably do pretty well with our training. But yeah, everybody likes. He's got an issue with veterans. I don't know where it stems from, and I think it's maybe because we're generally kind of arrogant. Um, Maybe, I don't know. Natural comedian, the cover photo for this brief. What's up, John? Yeah, I do like Strickland though. I love how direct he is, and he says whatever's on his mind. I can respect that. Oscar, I'm 5'5", 205 pounds. My macros are 325 carbs, 100-gram fats, 200 proteins, and still lose about 2 pounds a week. Is that okay to fast weight loss? I do 4-day split and build block walls for a living. I mean, that sounds pretty good. 2 pounds a week. I think that's sustainable. I lift about 1,200 pounds of block in a day. Here's the deal. And so I've been in construction for 13 years, and a lot of guys tell me, well, I work so hard every day, I'm busting my ass, iron workers. Your body will adapt to whatever your normal daily physical activity is, even if it's very difficult. So you'll get to a point where your work effort will only take you so far, and you're not going to be able to progress because your body's already adapted to what you do daily. So in order to force your body to adapt, which is the whole point of resistance training, something has to increase. I have people that tell me they track their steps at work. I take 15,000 steps. I'm not losing any weight. Like, well, you need to do 20,000, 25. Like, that number's got to go up. If that's what you're doing to lose weight, you have to increase your work output. You have to force your body to adapt to more effort. And that's where resistance training comes in. I mean, there's guys that like bench 400 pounds every week, and they wonder why they can't get 410. Because your body's already adapted to doing 400 pounds, and you can't put enough weight on the bar to force your body to adapt to 410. So what do? You got to drop the weight to 350 and rep it out. You got to be able to increase your work output. Can you please read my 2-part question? I thought I did. I'm 5'5", 200 pounds, macros of 325 carbs, 100 grams fat, pound protein, still up 2 pounds a week. Is it okay to fast weight loss? I do 4-day split and build block for walls for a living. I lift about 12,000 pounds of block a day, and no seems a lot, but I do. Thanks in advance. Well, I thought I was answering your question directly. That was the whole point of you do work, your body is adapted to the amount of work you do. Something has to increase to force your body to adapt. I don't think that was for you directly, Oscar. Blah 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 da. Happy Easter. And thank you. I appreciate it, by the way, Oscar. I would have answered it anyways. I'm still waiting on you to build me a seawall. I'll get right on that. Daniel Winter, have you dealt with knee pain and injury? Yes, I've had this knee 100% rebuilt. Get that big scar right there. And how were you able to work through it? I have patellar femoral syndrome. Constant knee pain at the top of the kneecap. Would like some advice. All right, for you specifically. So, let me think. I don't know what equipment you have at home, but there's a couple. So for knee pain, this is a camera here. So what we need to do is we need to put some force on the kneecap. So what I like to do is I'll just move my body. I'll use my body weight, and it just puts all this force right on the patella, and I'll just hold it. I'll hold it static. Lean back. Now, if most people don't have this. So what you can do without that is you get on the ground and you can just lean back. using your body weight. Go as much as you can, and then just do some reps. And this will severely decrease your knee pain. These are really difficult. And that's a good way to bulletproof your knees. Surprised you're not like 100 milligrams of. No, the reason I'm not on anything is I'm waiting for my blood test results. You shouldn't try max weight on one lift more than once a week. I try not to max out ever. Obviously, I compete in powerlifting, so you have to. But so I'll max out like, I don't know, once every 6 to 8 weeks. No, I did not blow tricep tendon. I blew my bicep tendon. ChatGPT told me not to. I tried going to failure push-ups, and that made my nervous system fry up. Because it made my next push-ups weaker. Okay, so you're overtraining. It's crazy to me how people can do so many push-ups. No, bro, that's bullshit. Going to failure twice a month is going to absolutely double your gains. I go to failure every workout. I don't max out. I go to failure. The warrior. Sorry for being late. Just came all over grandma. Nice. I like the woman with the white hair. I love it when she's in the wheelchair. I could do 55 real push-ups in a row, but it hurts badly. That's pretty good. It was 20 man, but it was still failure because I did it nonstop. Speaking from experience, my progress went up fast without failure. Just progressively overloading. Well, yeah. I mean, progressive overload is literally the way you force adaptation, but going to failure is a tactic you can use to lower your overall volume. So instead of doing, like, say, 5 sets of 5, you can do 1 set to failure. Let's see. Gary? I don't know how to pronounce that. Good, great to see you back. Stop blowing things. I need the money. Smart gamer. I train for a certain sport, but I probably work out about 40% on max. Oh, I meant failure twice a month per muscle group, but that's not something I practice. It's just what I've heard. Well, I mean, I'm a little confused. But I'll tell you, like, my training is really simple. I'm doing deadlifts. I do 3 warm-up sets and 3 working sets, and my last set is to failure. I rotate percentages of max. So if let's say my 1 rep max is 700 pounds. 1 week I'll do 70% of that to failure. Next week I'll do 80 to 85 to failure, and then the third week I'll do 90 to 95. That might look like a set of 5, 3, 2, or whatever. It might be 8. 5, 3, and then I'll take a deload week. And if I'm trying to compete after the deload, I'll try to max out to see where my numbers are, or I'll just continue. I'll add, a couple pounds to my previous working weights at those percentages and just keep going. And that's a linear progression with undulating periodization. How do you strengthen your wrists? Do all of your pulling exercises without your thumb. Your wrist. No, I'm thinking that's grip strength. Your wrist. How do you strengthen your wrist? That's a good question. I don't really do any wrist exercises. I do lots of pushing and lots of pulling. What? I don't know, talk to me. What's wrong with your wrists? What do you need the wrist strength for? What is it you're trying to accomplish? I don't train more than like 3 muscle groups. I'm a pussy. Would you rather gain muscles or gain eagers? Eagers. John got it. John caught that. The hell's an eager? I work very small muscle groups for arm wrestling. I go up for high reps. Arm wrestling. So you need the wrist strength for that. I can tell you what I've seen the arm wrestlers do. When I was training with them at Iron Addicts, those guys did a lot of one arm heavy pulling. So they have that contraption where you can load weights up, similar to this thing, but it had a much bigger grip, and they would do a lot of like rows and pulls with it. They were doing like a lot of specific like cable machine stuff, and I also saw them doing a lot of like overhead pressing and barbell rowing. That's a good question. But I mean, if you do all that stuff and you are progressively overloading and you're working with good weight, you'll get good wrist strength. I mean, like, they also do a lot of static hold stuff. But I don't know. I don't arm wrestle, so it's hard to say. I used to work out like 2 months ago, too busy with work, but still managed to work out 3 times a week. That's all you need. I got a rule, like if you're trying to get in shape and you're serious about it, never miss more than 3 days. If you do that for a whole year, you'll get some pretty good results. Are you the world's strongest ginger? I'm not a ginger. That's a bad hair dye. I had some color in my hair, but it washed out. Hammer curls are very important. Weight on a rope, you wind the rope using your hands to rotate the stick. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Thank God it was your left arm. It was my right arm, actually. The screen's flipped. He looks like you can bench 500. I wish. I was benching around more on 410. Makes it easy when you're single. Murphy hammer curls are... Dave the Random Guy. Dude, what do you do for your delts? Because they look hella good. Lots of bench pressing and overhead pressing. I do very little isolation work. I also do a lot of rows. Your rear delts are going to be more activated when you're doing rowing movements. 1 week recovery for every day off. 1 week recovery for every day off. Darren Chandler, if you have arthritis in your knee, what is a good exercise for that? Because I have some arthritis in one of my knees. I actually just demonstrated that. Sissy squats or anything that puts torque directly on your knee is going to help with arthritis. Doing full range of motion, even if it's like seated squats. So you want to basically move the joint as much as you can and get the full extension and full eccentric. So even if it's yoga. Too much nicotine. What do I do? Stop taking nicotine. Ha! I should fight crime. Hey, babe. My wife is in moderating. I thought you were taking a nap, sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah, dumbass John. I had too much. What do I do? I mean, did you overdose on it? You don't sound very convincing. Meaning you lose a week of work every day you take off. No. I disagree with that. I appreciate it too, Christina. It takes a couple weeks for you. Like, honestly, all your growing is done when you're resting. So, like, you beat your body up, and your body grows when you're sleeping. Days off are important. You need days off in order to get growth. Straight leg deadlift heavy. Yeah, that was my go-to movement. So I did stiff leg deficit pulls where I would try to touch my toes with the barbell. Maybe try consuming less nicotine. Isn't too much nicotine lung cancer? Science. Let's see. Fur hat. Hello, brother. How are you? I'm doing all right. Too much is when you can't go back and right your wrongs. I don't know, what would too much nicotine look like? I know for a lot of people that don't smoke, they take nicotine gum because it helps them focus better. Like a lot of guys that work in the office, a lot of our, they're all addicted to Adderall too. I don't know. I really don't know. I like mashed potatoes. T. Nico, Semper Fi, hell yeah. Got a Marine in the house. Looks like Duke Nukem if he was weak and gay. Thank you. One in the chamber. Appreciate it. Doctor doesn't think I tore anything, but he's definitely strained it. Oh yeah. Christina, yeah, she went to the doctor. 100% this dude did crack rocks. One in the chamber. No, I was more of a crystal meth guy. I never did crack. I wanted to, but your mom would not give me any. She kept hoarding the pipe, man. Have you ever fasted? Yes, I do intermittent fasting. I train fasted almost every day. And every 3 months, I will try to do a 48 to 72 hour fast. Damn, you should hit the gym while you got the steroids in your system. Okay. Deep thoughts. Christina says she's not natty. That's true. You were on HRT. And it's awesome. She did really well on it. Women can do HRT too. When you start getting in your 40s and 50s, you go through what's called perimenopause. Now, I've never heard of it, but my wife told me all about it because she's going through it. And her going on HRT really helped kind of iron her issues out.
Are you allergic to anything?
Well, we got some profound comments here. Let's see. I fast a lot except for mashed potatoes. For some reason, Daniel, when you, I remember that kid that says I like turtles. I got a picture of you like I like mashed potatoes. I'm like, oh, okay, good to know, bro. Yeah, he likes mashed potatoes. All right. So, what the fuck am I doing? That is a good goddamn question. First, I'm gonna warm up. I wanted to train barefoot today. Get in the seated squat position to where I can relax. Oh, ooh, that popped. Ooh, that was weird. Huh. Huh. Like a pop there. I think I popped something back into place. The other side. It's hard to balance with this arm. Someone's obviously here. Hold on, guys. So one of my longtime friends showed up and unannounced. Why don't people fucking call? Hey, are you busy? Yeah, I'm live streaming. Can you wait an hour? That was weird. Almost felt like I injured something, but I don't know. I can't tell what that pop was. Did you guys hear that? Like when I was doing the stretch, something went. It popped like almost like something was dislocated or something. But I can't feel anything wrong. Yeah, Dwayne's here. Yeah, great. Julius Maddox accomplished a new PR. I think it was 500 pounds for 21. Damn. I hope he breaks 800. Good evening, Mr. Beautiful. Thank you, Martin. You better be coming to lift some steel. Nice anklet. Thank you. I can't tell. I don't know what that was. Did you guys, when I was doing the splits, did you see? It felt like something popped. It went, and but I couldn't. I don't feel anything. How long do you stretch a day? It's not really how long. I just have a routine. So because I have hip and back issues, so I go through a daily routine where I just kind of stretch everything out. Mostly, this what this does is it frees up the sciatic nerve. It works the hip joint, stretches out those hamstrings, which are usually really tight on most people. Oh yeah, so I feel it now. Okay. I did pull something. Hope it's minor. Huh. I've never hurt myself stretching before. That's a new one. Once I slipped down a banana peel and my legs stretched out past 90 degrees and I heard a crunch in my tendon. Ooh. You making the pop reminded me of that. Maybe a good pop. No, it did. I actually felt like something was out of place and it popped back in. But now when I go to do the splits, it feels uncomfortable. So it makes me concerned. Call the ambulance. Someone, he's gonna break something. Wouldn't be the first time. Did your bicep pop when it tore? Yeah, popped right off the radius. All right, so what are we gonna do here? I was gonna do some hip thrust. I don't know. I guess we'll see in the morning because usually after you rest for a while, that's when it starts hurting. I stretched my leg too far once and it just hindered it for a few days after. Yeah, I'm sure that's. I've been working really hard on getting into the full splits the last couple of weeks, and I'm really close. So it's possible that I've been overdoing it because you can stretch too much. It's just like trying to force the body to do something it can't do. You got to do a little bit every day, and I'm just like any other training. You can overstretch. How much cardio do you do a week? I haven't been doing any lately, but normally I was training Muay Thai 3 days a week. And that's a pretty significant amount of cardio that we do when we're doing the Thank you for the advice of a lot of fitness influencers try to gatekeep advice to make a quick buck. Yeah, dude, Oscar, I'm not trying to make it. I mean, believe me, if I could make money off this, I would want to, but not. Like, dude, I didn't come up with any of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have a trainer. I've worked with people. Like, I didn't make, I got everything I know I got from somebody else. You know what I mean? Even when I thought of, even when I thought I innovated something, I found out that somebody had done it before, you know? Did you get to do any fights? Not, I've been doing a lot of sparring, but I haven't gotten in the ring yet because my training's not advanced enough. I was doing boxing for a year, and then, back like 20 years ago when I was younger, I would do kickboxing, boxing, little taekwondo. So now I'm trying to get back into, I want to see how good I can get at the age of 50. And I would be the first to admit, like, I could probably hold my own for a round or two, but I don't have the lungs to go for, I mean, I would just get my ass kicked. So, I mean, like, I would have to really get after them and try to put them out in the first round. I got a mean left, though. You remind me of Abraham from The Walking Dead. Abraham, which one is he? Woodstock. The redhead. Oh, yeah. All right. It's a pain in the ass with one arm. You. That's how you do it. Where is the bitch pad? There it is. All right. Let's do a little camera movement here. I'll move my laptop. Sorry, hard to move all this shit out of the way. Oh no. We got it for coffee mugs. Alright, how's that look? Alright. I think we're good. Now that's a good deadlift alternative if you can't do deadlifts. I had a bicep surgery at the Currency Center. What's in that big red sea? What are we looking at here? Big red sea. This thing right here? Talking about this? You need a day off. The monk. You're telling me. Well, tomorrow's Easter, so I'm not going to be able to train tomorrow. Been way too busy working that one arm. I'm not working this one. That's the problem. Hope it's okay. Yeah, no, it's actually doing really well. The peptides are, I think, really working. Did you buy your weights secondhand? Pretty much, yeah. The only thing I spent money on, real money, is the barbells. I bought a Texas deadlift bar, which was $400. Titan power bar, that was $230. That camber bar that's behind me, that was only $180, but that thing is awesome. I got a football bar. Weights are weights. 45 pounds is 45 pounds, so I bought all those secondhand. We got Alessandro from Brazil. What do you eat for breakfast? Nothing. I do intermittent fasting. So I'll have all of my meal calories. What time is it? Actually, I can start eating now. It's 7 o'clock. Stephen Sullivan, December 5, brother. Monk says I need a day off. Here's the thing, Monk. I'm one of those, we'll call you anxious, high energy, high strung. I'm a bit of an introvert, so I spend a lot of time alone, isolating. Obviously I got my family. I like to hang out with them and do things, but for the most part, I'm one of those guys that's pretty much okay being alone. And because I am a little high strung, I get kind of antsy. So even though you don't really need to train every day, I'm one of those guys where I kind of got to get my head right. If I got to do something. I need to do something physical, or I feel like I didn't put enough effort in. And I know that's bullshit, because that's more of a mental issue. But even if it's just stretching or doing some cardio or hitting the bag or whatever, getting a little pump, grabbing some dumbbells, doing a set of curls, could be, as long as I did something where I feel like I did something progressive, or worked on a deficiency maybe. When you're doing powerlifting, you do squats, bench, deadlift, and those 3 days are centered around big lifts. The days off, what do? Well, a little stretching, kick the heavy bag, do some body weight movements, things of that nature. If you didn't train, would you struggle to sleep? Yeah, I would. I do have sleep issues, and that could be, that's like, could be from the military. Whoever's reading this, Jesus loves you so much that he died for you. Come to him as you are and believe him and repent. Spread his word. Jack. Yes, I agree with that. However, this is not the forum for that. Jesus also said, don't sow your pearls before swine. So, Jack, you should probably do some research on appropriate ministry. Although I think he's a bot, personally. I have the same. I've trained for over 4 hours today, 3 sessions. Now, you do get to a point where I've learned to kind of understand when the body will give you some really clear signs of when you need some rest. Like after a really heavy day, you start getting like flu-like symptoms. Or I check my blood pressure every morning, and my target is 120/70. I have days where if the blood pressure is elevated, that's a sign that I've been doing too much. Things of that nature. Little strains and sprains. Tendinitis. Tendinitis pops up. There's times where the body's clearly telling you to just relax. And then those days, you kind of got to force yourself to. So what I like to do on those days is paint Warhammer figurines. And I dive into that, and then I'm like, sucked in. Sanction, you look strong as F. I think, yeah, I'm pretty strong. I had a pinched nerve in my neck last night. Oh, that's the worst. Zyro. 4 busted discs. I envy you. Oof. What's your resting pulse? I want to say resting. What I normally look? 51, I think. That sounds about right. In the mornings. During the day, it's like 70. It gets a little higher. After I've had like a half a pot of coffee. How did bro miss my last comment? Well, let me look. Oh. Ian, are you that needy? Says, hey, I'm back. What's up, devil dog? I can work out, but the soreness afterwards that gets me. So here's the thing. Delayed onset muscle soreness. Let's talk about it. What happens? You've worked to the point where your body's not used to it. And how does it work mechanically? It's like it has something to do with lactic acid buildup and maybe depletion of glucose. But either way, what happens? You get after you're done working out and you rest for a while, you'll get extreme soreness, and it can last for days. So how do you alleviate that without using, like, say, medication? If say you're benching and you bench super heavy and you get delayed onset muscle soreness, what I always tell people is mimic the same motor pattern, but do it really light and a high rep. So if you were doing squats, do some body squats. Do like 3 sets of 10. Nice and slow. Move the whole body, full range of motion. People are like, well, yeah, I'm really sore, and you're gonna tell me to do more squats? Yeah, because what you're doing is you're pumping all that shit out of your cells and your muscles. You're pumping new blood into it, and that's going to not only expedite the growth process, the protein synthesis, and all that good stuff, but it's going to pump all that bad shit out that's causing you agitation. So think of it like that. Out with the old and with the new. Ian, I'm fucking with you. I know, dude. You're good. Let's see here. It happened while I was doing pull-ups. Took it too far, pushed myself too hard, ironically. Yeah. Is there a way to help tendinitis without decreasing workload? Tendinitis, no. So here's the deal. When you get tendinitis, the only way to cure tendinitis is to rest. So let's say you've got shin splints. You need to actually take 2 or 3 weeks off from working that. I know it sucks, but hear me out. once that pain is gone, your tendons will be much stronger and you'll be much more resilient to getting tendonitis in the future. The problem is most people don't take the time to let the tendons heal, and that, you know, that could be a contributing factor to this, a lot of things. The tendons are, they're living tissue just like the rest of your body. The thing is that they don't efficiently circulate fluids. So, you know, it's hard to get the nutrients and everything that the tendon needs to grow proportionate to the muscle. And this is especially, what's the word I'm looking for? It's much more with PED users, the guys that are on steroids, because you have this exponential muscle growth that's so much faster than your tendons. And that's why you see like bicep tears on the bench press. You'll never see that with natural lifters. Very rarely. Not saying it can't happen, but I have not seen one single natural power lifter have a bicep tear. Conversely, I've seen a lot of untested guys rip their pecs right off of their bone. Can testosterone help my back? Yes, absolutely. So if you're low T and you do a cycle of testosterone, it will definitely increase your body's ability to heal itself. However, you also have to get a proper diagnosis of what's wrong with your back and find an appropriate way to train it so that you can strengthen it. So it's not just taking testosterone and hoping for the best. We got to prescribe you a physical therapy routine. And that's something I would need to know. I need to know a lot more context about your back, how you injured it, what your range of motion is, what can you do, what can't you do. You find your limitations, and then you want to work your limitations. So it's like people are like, I don't squat because I can't go to depth because my back's fucked up. Okay, so we need to work on that, and that's where we start. We start at your limitations and press those until we can get you functional again. Pepito's Tour, can I ask you something? Yes. Do people come in your chat asking about perking off help with muscle growth? Perking off help with muscle growth. Gen X Power, I'm going to go for the night. Have a good night. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. The Body Beatdown. Go, everybody check his channel out. He's a fucking machine. He's an inspiration. He's awesome. Subscribe to his channel. Do it. Do it right now. Mr. 48-2, your amazing role model, sir. Watching your streams gave me the ability to tear my right arm. Can I use yours instead? Hell yeah. I'm at 120 subs already. Keep it up, Ian. Dude, slow but steady. Burstmaster, my son. What's up, Aiden? Aiden Dwayne came over. He's in the house right now. He didn't call me or tell me he was coming over. So, do you work on your stabilizing muscles? I try to work on the whole body. How can I naturally get rid of body fat and BMI? It's calories in, calories out, brother. You got to put yourself in a caloric deficit and increase your output of work. You got to get that body moving. I'm type 2 diabetic. I'm 37. I don't want to go blind. You have retinopathy. I would be terrified to be blind. I would suggest, being type 2, that you get your diet in order and start exercising. Hey bro, I did my first live 2 days ago, finishing from my kayak. Would love to hear you check it out. I'll check it out, Zyro. I didn't even know. Matter of fact, let me just bring your page up. And make sure you hit me up if you're going to do a live so that I can try to hop on there. YouTube channel. Yeah, I know.
How much hungry you're going to be?
Yeah, I got you. Unbelievable. Oh, there you go. Live stream. You know, 1 hour 32 minutes. I'll look at it as soon as I'm done here. All right. The chat is better tonight. Yes, it is. And now I'm being pressured to get offline because Like an old friend of mine came over unannounced. I lost the fight against Hunter. I'm really sorry I didn't make it, Aiden. My son did a Warhammer. You didn't do a tournament. You just got into. You just did a tabletop game, right? Chrome Heart Chris. I feel like I saw you in a movie before. I wish. What do you think the most unhealthy food is? The most unhealthy. Well, I mean, sugar, obviously, in excess over a long period of time has terrible long-term effects. And then there's the way we do processed wheat. We have these huge silos where they hold wheat, and they don't have to worry about bugs getting in them because they don't, like, not even the bugs will eat this stuff. It can just sit there forever. It's just white flour wheat, and they process it in such a way where it's got like no nutritional value. There's an argument for a lot of the additives that we put in food. But the most unhealthy, I don't know. All I know is when I eat identifiable food sources, like, you go buy your chicken and cook it, your steaks, whatever it is, got a rice cooker. If you can identify your food and you know exactly what you're putting in it, generally speaking, you're gonna have a pretty healthy meal. A lot of the processed stuff, it's got so much shit in it so that it's preserved. I don't know. Whenever I'm eating a lot of processed food, I feel like shit. And whenever I'm eating a lot of, homemade stuff, I feel pretty good. I like to follow what's called the 80-20 rule. So for the most part, I do like 80% good, clean, and then 20% bad. Like, I'll have some ice cream, cookies, go out to dinner. You got to live life a little. You can't just, like, I don't know, these guys that are like doing meal prepping and they count all their calories and they're super strict. And I mean, it's awesome if you can get into that and that's your thing. I can't live like that. I like to have a little fun. I like to go out. I like to do stupid shit. Ian was asking for help. Was he? Don't spam. Ian, what did Ian say? Do people come in your chat asking about if perking off help with muscle growth? I didn't understand his question. It's fine. It was Angron versus Fulgrim. Nice. Oh, so you did a Primarch battle. I can't agree more. I tried being super strict. It only lasted about 3 months. Yeah, it's no fun. You're not going to stick with it if it's not fun. The diabetic guy I was talking about, Simon. He deleted all of his messages. I think he thought he was spamming. Let's look. I can actually read his stuff. So he was saying, someone said, how can I naturally get rid of body fat? Oh, god damn, this piece of shit. Hold on here. Where's my mouse? How can I naturally get rid of body fat, BMI? We talked about the calories in, calories out, and you have to be in a caloric deficit. You have to increase your output, exercise. And then the next one he deleted is, I'm type 2 diabetic. I'm 37. I don't want to go blind. He has retinopathy. I'm afraid to be blind. And I think Ian blocked him because he thought he was spamming. And at a glance, it looked like it was. And then the last thing he said was, I have high cholesterol, high LDL. So, generally speaking, high LDL is controlled by carb input. You probably have high sugar, high carb diet. You need to fix that because that's your liver produces the cholesterol as a, how do I say this in layman's term? Simply put, really simply put, you eat a lot of sugar, you eat a lot of carbs, your liver outputs LDL cholesterol. Okay, you need HDL cholesterol to be elevated to help counteract that. So there's a couple things that your best friend, you, the type 2 diabetic with those issues, is intermittent fasting. fasting in general is going to help you because after the 12 to 14 hour mark, your body goes into what's called autophagy, and it starts releasing hormones that not only reduce hunger, but they start scavenging all of the broken proteins and lipids and bad shit in your blood, and it'll start recycling all that stuff. So, the best thing you could do as a type 2 but diabetic is do like a 72-hour fast. Now, most people that are type 2 don't have the discipline or the necessary physiology to do a fast at 72 hours. So I always tell them start with intermittent fasting and work your way up to it. That could be, you can start with like 12 hours, which means you wake up, maybe have breakfast, and don't eat for 12 hours. And try to push that, try to get that up to 18 hours if you can. It might take a couple months. Most type 2 diabetics, their issues are caused by sedentary lifestyle and lack of control, poor dietary choices. There's other things that can contribute to it, but I'm saying the majority of them. My dad is a type 2 diabetic, and he has taken care of it to where he does not even need to take medication. So he has it under control, and he got it under control with diet and exercise. Your HDL cholesterol, the only way I know to raise that is exercise. So you got to start working out. Your best friends are going to be intermittent fasting, change of diet, training, and it's a lot. That's a big lifestyle change for most people. Start simple. Start with just working out. If you can just start training, and then you can chip away at your diet and figure out something that's more healthy. But if you have retinopathy, you've got neuropathy. Your nerves are starting to die. Retinopathy, your nerves in your eyes are going bad. Fingers start tingling. Your feet start swelling up. You got to fix it. You got to fix the diet. It's like now or never. My uncle just passed away. My wife's uncle. And he was a type 1 diabetic, and he didn't have the discipline to take care of himself, and it was painful to watch him waste away when everything that happened to him was 100% preventable. We'd go out to dinner, and he would bring insulin with him and shoot up so that he could have dessert. Are you kidding me? But hey, each to their own. I don't judge, but you almost killed Fulgrim. It was World Eaters versus Emperor's Children, Primarch versus Primarch. Nice. I wish I could have seen him. I'm sorry, Aiden. We'll talk. We'll talk afterwards. Even if you eat no sugar but a good amount of carbs. Yeah, sugar and carbs, it's all the same thing, essentially, at the end of the day, with the way your body processes it. Like, that's a fast and oversimplification, but what's up, Danny? Hot sauce Jesus. You have amazing chest, delts, and traps. Thank you. Website for you know what. I'm not sure what my condolences, Stephen Sullivan. Yeah, well, we knew he was going to die, so we were well prepared for it, but it was a bummer. Uncle Rob was a cool dude. He just, at the end of the day, he made his choices, Com versus Lucius. I would go Corn. Is that what you meant to type? What are the main benefits of intermittent fasting? I might start. So, obviously, you're giving your body a break because we were not designed to just be stuffing our faces all day. So you're giving your digestive system a chance to get all that shit out. The second thing it does is it allows you to start using your fat stores as a fuel source. And the only way to do that is to burn all that shit off so that your body starts using your internal fuel capacity. The third thing is it cleans up your blood and your cholesterol, and then of course you help. There's just so many benefits for intermittent fasting. It's a good way to control your diet. I do 18 hours with a 6-hour eating window, and I've been doing that for years. And because people are like, "How do you stay so shredded?" Like, I don't do anything. I don't try to look like this. I just do. And you'll get to the point where you know your body well enough where it's really easy to stay, relatively trim. But it takes a while to get there. I've been maintaining the same weight class for 10 years, so I just kind of know myself, you know. What are the main bit of yours? Karn. Oh, Karn the Betrayer. That, yeah. We go with Lucius. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't like Lucius. As a character, I hate that guy. He was here for a good time, not a long time. Steven Sullivan, hell yeah. How did you hurt your arm? Let's see. The shower one's getting old. I gotta come up with something new. I was fisting your mom. She started to fight back. No. I'll come up with something. He blew it out weightlifting. Yeah, I was deadlifting. Different hair color for today. Yeah, the old color washed out of it. How long have I been on, guys? This sucks. So we got 32 people online, up to 47 likes. I'm really trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. My friend is here. It's kind of rude of me to not. He came over unannounced. I should probably call the stream, huh? Yeah, man, I'm just never going to get to 8,000 subscribers. I've got 79 or 78, 90, or what am I at? 7,890 something. I need like 10 fucking subscribers. If you guys like this nonsense, subscribe and stick around. It's always like this. I'm just talking shit on the camera. I do some weightlifting. Usually you might see me hurt myself. Thanks, Oscar. I was going to do hip thrust. I was going to try to put like 3 or 4 plates on there, but I don't know, man. Aurelia Tomlin? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. How you doing? Excuse me. Hit a quick set before you log off. Well, if I'm going to do that, let me put 2 plates on there. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. All right. There. It's a lot easier if you have 2 arms. I strive to be that. Whew. What are you doing? It's dangerous. Is it? What's dangerous about it? That's how I lift my Chinese girl. You know what I'm doing. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Chase, you remember me the last few times I stopped by? I said, your basement looks like it stinks. It does. My jokes are far superior to the other commentaries in the chat. Respect my name. Chase, your jokes still suck. I'm actually laughing at the fact you think that's funny. Great work. When's your arm supposed to be 100%? It takes about 6 months. How do you train triceps? Well, you have to place the arm so that the tricep works. Bro's finally training his ass. What do you think squats do, Ian? You know, Ian, have you seen this glorious ass? It's like my best feature. Wow. Like, someday you might have it like that, but I doubt it. When's the last time you did pull-ups? Well, actually, I tried to do them one-armed. I'm getting close, too. Oh, shit. Ooh. You know what? No, I'm not going to try it. That's a good way to get hurt. But I am getting close. I'm getting about 3/4 of the way up. What's your opinion on cables? I don't have one. They're useful for holding things. Burstmaster. You talking shit about my son, Ian? Just so you know, don't lose the other. Disconnected. Cables are fine. They're good. They have their place, especially like if you're rehabbing or, especially if you're rehabbing. Machines are awesome. Machines have their place. I'm a huge advocate of barbell lifting. I think you can get everything you can get the perfect physique from 5 lifts. I always say it, squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, barbell rows, and all their variations. And then, of course, weighted pull-ups and dips. If you want to throw those in there, you just do those and you'll have the physique of a Greek god. But when you're trying to isolate, or if you're rehabbing an injury, things of that nature, cables, machines, they're awesome. Go check out Justin Pollock's channel, Master at the one-arm pull-up. I absolutely will, because my goal is to be able to do a one-arm pull-up at 220 pounds, and I'm getting really close. But I also feel like I could hurt myself. Bro, I never talk shit because. Well, I honestly, I don't know what the symbols mean, so that's why I said that. You guys put hieroglyphics in my chat, and I don't know what the hell all that shit is. Shooter McGavin. Yeah. Shooter McGavin's awesome. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No. That's the best advice I've gotten. Really, thank you. You weigh 220. Yeah. His brother Jesse Pollock has a great channel too. It was when we were talking about your boo rate. Oh, okay, I got you. No, you guys are fine. I wasn't sure. Ian Miller, I'm just standing up for my father because we got you trying to talk crap because that's all you can do. So now my son's going after Ian. No, Ian's cool, Aiden. He's fine. I do appreciate it though. I'm glad you have my back. See, just trying to do that pull-up. I got a little tendonitis from that. That can hurt right there. Your arm good. How old are you? I'm 50. 50. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get off just because my friend's here and I don't want to like totally blow him off. I'm gonna tell him, little motherfucker. Don't lose your other arm. Yeah, no, right? No shit. This shit's so fucking depressing. I mean, can I be real with you guys for a minute? I'm happy. This just sucks. It does. This is like, not only did it derail the best training I've ever had in my life, I was going to break national records and be in Hall of Fame territory for the USPA. I would have been top 10 masters lifters all time in my weight class. Now it's uncomfortable to sleep. I can't. I'm struggling. I struggle with. I go through bouts of depression and self-pity, and then I get online and I do this stuff, and it just sucks. It sucks. But I try to. Like I'm one of the most blessed men on the planet. I've got it so good. I have it way better than I deserve, and beautiful wife, kids, just everything's. It's all good, but at the same time, it's just. My way of life has been interrupted, and it's so frustrating. It's hard to get dressed. I can't tie my boots. Things like that. It just sucks, man. There's so much shit I need to do and I can't do it. It's all this crap stacking up all around me. I can't clean the house like I'm supposed to. And, I'm just being real for a minute. But what I'm trying to show is that you don't let an injury stop you, because it's only temporary. This too will pass. You're going to get better. I've been hurt before. This isn't the first time, and I've worked through all of them. And I never have the goal of, like, I'm not one of those guys that tries to go so hard he knows he's going to hurt himself, and I just go full steam and say, fuck it. Like, I actually try to be really careful. I was really happy that I made it through a really intense 6-week boot camp training cycle without any injuries. And on the fucking last lift of the training, I popped my bicep. And I'm like, okay. But you know what? Thank you, son. I appreciate that. We missed you over here, man. But I'm glad you had a good tournament, or a good game. We all have setbacks. We come back stronger as long as we don't give up. That's right. And Danny, no excuses, 100%. Thank you, God Prophet. All right, guys. I'm going to get going. I love you all. I will see you on the battlefield.